How to manifest like Neville Goddard. How to manifest like the legendary Neville Goddard. So before we get into this video, I just want to remind you guys that we have a free manifestation challenge. And if you're an entrepreneur and you're feeling stuck, you can book a free consultation call with us. So all the details are in the description below. So now, how do you manifest like Neville Goddard? So I want to share a quick story with you. I want to paraphrase about Neville Goddard and his mentor, Abdullah. So now Neville Goddard really wanted to go and visit his family in Barbados. But the problem was he was broke. He didn't have any money. And so he went to his mentor, Abdullah, and he said, "Yo, Ab, I really want to go visit my family in Barbados. But the problem is I'm broke." And Ab told him, this is when Ab introduced the law of assumption to him, which is whatever you accept and assume to be true will be true for you. So Ab told him that all you need to do is just assume that you are already in Barbados. And Neville is like, "What? I'm in New York. What are you talking about?" And Ab told him that no, just assume that you are already in Barbados and that you went first class, and remain faithful to that assumption. Just assume that it's a done deal and remain faithful to that. Okay, Neville is like, okay, cool. Neville then remained faithful to that assumption. He had doubts, of course, like any other human being. Went back to Ab, and Ab told him that, "Listen, who told you that you are in New York? I told you that you are already in Barbados and you went first class." And Ab just slammed the door in his face, because Ab knew that it's not going to make sense for him to try and have a discussion when Ab already accepted the fact that Neville Goddard was already in Barbados. And he just slammed the door. And Neville is like, okay, well, I'm just going to remain faithful, and I'm going to view myself from the perspective of already being in Barbados. I'm just going to stick to this new mindset and assumption. And that's what Neville did. And I think a week or two later, he received money from his brother to actually go to Barbados. And now, what are the significance of the story? What can we take from the story? What can we learn from this story? So, number one, if you have a desire right now and you really want to experience it in your life, whether that's money, health, ideal partner, SP, all you need to do is just accept and assume that you are already that person. If it's an SP, you have to assume that you're already a loving boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband or wife. If it's money, you have to assume that you're already the person who has that money. If it's health, you have to assume that you're already healthy, exuberant, and energetic. You just have to do that. And then remain faithful to that assumption. Now, of course, doubts will arise, because whenever you assume any new goal, idea, there's always the negative self-talk and doubt that's going to like, nah, you're not worthy, you're not good enough and all that. All you need to do is just slam the door and stick to your assumption. Remain faithful to your assumption. So what we can learn from there is, be clear in what it is you want, and then accept and assume that you already have it, and just stick to that. Do not contradict yourself. Don't contradict yourself, because there's so many people, they are clear, they've already accepted and assumed that they have their desires. The moment they open their eyes from whichever technique they are doing, whether it's just pure acceptance, affirmations, meditation, visualization, imaginal scenes, scripting. And then during the day, they contradict themselves and they're acting as though they're the person who do not have their desires. They complain, they focus on not having it, they searching, and looking outside themselves, for answers, and forgetting that they've accepted and assumed early on that they have their desires. And now they're contradicting themselves for the whole day. And then they're wondering, why is it taking so long? Why am I not seeing any movement? Do you know why? Because you are contradicting yourself. So what you can learn from Neville Goddard is to remain faithful. Just to stick to this new mindset. You have to understand, manifestation is a mindset game, right? You just have to stick to this new mindset. When I manifested my wife, I had to stick to that new mindset. I was single and I wanted to be married. And I had to accept that I was already a blissful husband. While I was single, I had to accept that assumption. I was already blissfully married. And I stuck to that assumption. And within 3.5 months, boom, my wife showed up. And now we are blissfully married. And I can go on and on and on and on and on. So many manifestations, the desires, that I can share, success stories that I can share with you. But I don't want to make this video so long. The only thing that I want to bring across to you is to show you how Neville Goddard stayed faithful, how he did not contradict himself. And then afterwards, boom, the money showed up and he went to Barbados, first class, and he could spend an awesome time with his family. So you have to ask yourself, are you remaining faithful to your desires? In other words, are you the person who now has your desires? Or do you feel separate from your desires? Do you feel like, no, Barbados is there and I'm here? Or have you accepted, no, I am already in Barbados and I went first class? As I said, manifestation is a mindset game. All that you need to do is just remain disciplined. There's a lot of things in your life that you did where you actually remained disciplined. You did not contradict yourself. Now, why don't you apply the exact same principle here to manifestation? Because you just have to accept and assume that you already have your desires, remain faithful to your new desires, remind yourself that you already have your desires, and express your gratitude and celebrate now that you have, your desires. And that's how you manifest like Neville Goddard. So if you have any questions, do let me know. And if you're an entrepreneur and you'd like to increase your income, and you are going through some, challenges at the moment, you're feeling stuck, you can book a free consultation call with us. And I'll see you in the next one. Keep smiling and enjoy your awesome, blissful weekend.